Perfect. Hello, my name is Jeremy Finger with Riverbend Wealth Management. Thank you for joining us. I have the pleasure of on this call to have Kris Davis with Guild Mortgage. He's going to share us some insights on what an independent mortgage company can provide that may be much different than what you may have experienced with a big bank. So thank you, Kris Davis, for joining us on this call, and tell us a little bit about yourself and Guild Mortgage.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremy, thank you so much for having me. As you know, we both kind of came from a similar background, a large institution, right? So
Right.
kind of left that and kind of started our own thing. Guild Mortgage has been here for, been around since 1960. So we hold one of the oldest FHA case numbers in America, but it's
Wow.
kind of an independently operated and owned sort of model that we have. So just like you, we started here in the Myrtle Beach area 8 years ago. Like I said, came from a larger bank, really looking to provide a differentiated customer experience for our clients, right? So we at the larger bank, we were really hamstrung because banks do so many other things. They have so many streams of revenue that the mortgage divisions typically don't get a whole lot of the accolades and all of the resources. At Guild Mortgage, this is all we do. We do mortgages, we do them well. We're not worried about deposits or checking accounts or anything like that. So we have to do it well. We have to be on the cutting edge. And that's really what we provide. Like I said, a differentiated customer experience, high touch, high tech, and we get it done. We get it done with amazing customer service, and we're able to provide some resources that a lot of banks don't have, especially right now during the pandemic. We're seeing larger banks and institutions really shrink that credit box. So people that have banked there for years and years are coming to us saying, well, they just declined me and I've got a 680 credit score, which is traditionally a fine credit score. But I don't know if you saw Chase went to 740 credit.
Wow.
So it takes about 70% of Americans out of that credit profile.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Strange times we're in. Good for us that we're nimble enough to be able to still provide these resources, but really a hard time with some people out there that are thinking I can refinance or I can buy a house, and they get shot down for really no great reason.
Right. So typically, I guess what I hear you saying is that in these institutions, you kind of have to fit it within a box, a narrowed box. And if anything outside of that box doesn't fit, then they just toss it to the curb and go on to the next one. And
That's
so
right.
it sounds like you have a lot more flexibility with that. With
We
Guild
really
Mortgage,
do.
could you provide kind of like maybe an example? Of course, not share any names or anything, but just kind of an example of someone who got denied, and with the bank, and how you were able to help them.
Oh, absolutely. It happens literally once, twice a day with us. People come in, they're deflated. They've we were halfway through this process and kind of got the rug pulled out from under us. And
Yeah.
people just don't know that it's different from institution to institution, right? So
Right.
we're able to provide government loans and conventional loans and USDA loans, VA loans. So some of those credit scores vary wildly. We're at 600 credit score and above on a FHA loan, for example. Most lending institutions are now 680 or above for a FHA loan. So
Wow. Okay.
we're seeing it all day long. So places that have declined these folks, they come in and they're closed 7 to 10 days later with us with very minimal.
7 to 10 days. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible because we're scaled appropriately. Right now, lenders have a ton of refinances going on, and they're not nimble enough to scale up to provide the resources to get these things closed. So it's taken 100 days to close a refinance in some places,
Wow.
if they can even close them. So we're still 30 days or less on pretty much everything we do.
My goodness. So when you say scale up, I mean, are you using technology to help you do that?
A lot of technology. We've invested heavily in technology, day one certainty. So we can do a loan, and in some cases pull over the borrower's income information from a third-party source, pull over their banking account information from a third-party source, all secured, encrypted. hit a button and we get approved, and we don't need any income or asset documentation. That arduous process, remember, of gathering stacks of stuff. It really
That
is.
is crazy. Normally
Yeah.
people have to go, oh, I've got to go to a CPA, go to my financial advisor,
Oh, yeah.
and pick up these documents and drop it. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic.
It's wonderful. It really is. If you're employed by a larger company. Now, of course, if you're self-employed, you won't subscribe to that service, so we'll still need some documentation.
Sure.
But in a lot of cases, it's much more minimal than a bank would ask for. So instead,
Right.
for example, 1 year of tax returns versus 2 years of tax returns. So that helps a lot.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And so what is kind of crazy, and I say that, but I guess that's why, I have a job, but is that so many people simply don't realize what interest rates they're paying on things. I even had a banker, paying, 5 or 6% on a note that he could have refinanced. He just simply didn't pay any attention to it. And was able to save him a few $100s a month, which of course, adds up over the course of years.
Oh, yeah.
So being able to get not only a quick service that's and a lower interest rate, it can certainly help your retirement future and going forward.
Oh, it's a big deal. You reallocate these funds. In a lot of cases, we can do some cash out refinances at a really low rate. Rates are, as you know, of course, they're at historical lows. I mean, we're down in the low threes, some in the twos. So you can take these high interest credit card debt that people are paying 19-21% on, consolidate it to with a cash out refinance at 3%. And then we're saving people. I just did a consolidation deal for someone yesterday, and I saved them about $1,400 a month on a $300,000 cash out refinance.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, look, and this is like, would you like to have a $1,400 raise? That's really a penny saved is a penny earned. I mean, it really makes a difference.
Huge difference. And think about that $1,400 now you can save for retirement. You can put that away. You can put them in something that can really make a tremendous difference in their lives and their children's lives with that type of money. So it's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So where are you getting most of your clients? Is it word of mouth? Is it financial advisors like me? Are they getting denied from some location and looking up online? I mean, how are they getting in touch with you?
Kind of all of the above, right? So we have an online presence. I've got a data. I've been doing this for over 20 years. So, the repeat business that we have and the loyal client base we build is really something we're very proud of at Guild. And referral sources like CPAs, like financial planners, like you guys, realtors, developers, they know that if they send them to us, we're going to close and we're going to have a great experience. So that's typically where our business flows from.
All right. Well, perfect. Well, Kris, thank you very, very much for this. Tell them the viewers here how they can get in touch with you.
Sure. We've got 3 offices here in the greater Myrtle Beach area. So you can find us online at guildmortgage.com or the main office number 843-839-5626. And we'd love to help.
Perfect. And I'll make sure I have provide the information in the description below. My name is Jeremy Finger with Riverbend Wealth Management. I'm also an independent company that uses Fidelity Investments and many other institutions like Guild Mortgage to help our clients. We're not obligated in any way, shape, or form, or incentivized in any way, shape, or form to be able to obligate referrals anywhere. Truthfully, we just try to use the best people for the job. And thank you again, Kris Davis, for your time. And contact us if you need anything, okay? Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, Jeremy.